Evil doesn't always begin with violence, it often begins in silence. Before Ted Bundy became one of the most notorious serial killers in American history, he was just a boy. Intelligent, charming, and seemingly normal. But behind the mask of normalcy, something far more sinister was growing. This is the story of Ted Bundy's early life, and the making of a monster. Ted Bundy was born Theodore Robert Cowell on November 24, 1946, in Burlington, Vermont. From the very beginning, his life was marked by secrets. Raised by his grandparents, Bundy believed his mother was his sister for much of his childhood. This deception created confusion and instability that would follow him for years. Bundy's grandfather, Samuel Cowell, was said to be abusive and violent, with a short temper and troubling behavior. Living under his roof exposed Ted to an environment filled with tension and fear. As he grew older, Bundy would later claim that he felt abandoned by his mother, who eventually left to start a new life. Whether nature or nurture, Bundy's early years were shaped by secrecy, lies, and an abusive household, fertile ground for the making of a predator. In his teenage years, Bundy's struggles became more visible. After moving to Washington State, he appeared socially awkward, unable to connect deeply with others. While classmates described him as shy behind the surface, Bundy was already exploring darker impulses. Reports suggest he began stealing, stalking, and even voyeurism, watching unsuspecting women through windows. He also developed a fascination with crime magazines, especially those that featured violent stories about women. Neighbors remembered him as polite, even charming at times. But in private, Bundy's obsessions were escalating, blending isolation, secrecy, and growing deviance. The mask of a normal teenager was already cracking. As Bundy entered young adulthood, he mastered the art of blending in. He enrolled at the University of Puget Sound, then transferred to the University of Washington, where he studied psychology, ironically learning how the human mind worked while hiding his own pathology. Bundy was politically active, volunteering in local campaigns, and was even considered charismatic and well-dressed. Friends and acquaintances described him as intelligent and ambitious, with the promise of a bright future. But this carefully crafted image was only a mask. Behind the smile and charm, Bundy was harboring violent fantasies. The world saw a promising young man. But beneath the surface, he was already becoming one of America's most dangerous predators. Ted Bundy's early life was a cocktail of charm, secrecy, and dark obsession. To the outside world, he was simply another ambitious young man. But his mask of normalcy was only hiding the truth, a truth that would soon reveal itself in violence. In our next episode, we'll uncover Bundy's first murders, how he lured his victims, and the chilling methods that would terrify an entire nation. Subscribe to Earth Crime Archives, True Crime, and join us next week as we open the second file in the dark files of Ted Bundy.